Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Want to talk about vitamins. I know many people know you need to have vitamins. Let's see, really when you get to, well, at least I started taking vitamins when I was about 40 years old. And some people need to take it earlier and some need to take it later. Now, how do you know you need vitamins? Well, there's different reasons. Different symptoms will show, and that'll be telling you need to do something. And the reason is when you and I'll talk about the symptoms, but the reason you need to do something when you get the symptoms is because you're starting on your downhill slope for health. And now, I personally don't believe that you get old, you get sickly. Maybe that's the truth. Right now I'm 65. I'm in just as good a shape, if not better, than what I was when I was training SWAT teams. And I trained SWAT teams from 38 years old to 52 years old. And matter of fact, at 52 is when I got another symptom, and that's when I realized I had to change vitamins and boost my vitamins up even more, and along with other things too. But like I say, you can stay in good health. The problem is people allow themselves, allow their health to deteriorate to a point where you're just holding your own. And like I say, because I'm so active, and what I do depends on performance. I notice when my performance is down, and same thing with most people. That's why one of the first things I tell my clients is have fun. Have as much fun as they can possibly handle. And the reason is you will see when you're having fun, you're going to do more than what you're doing now. And as you're doing more, you know the limits of your body. And then as you do more, your limits will increase. And that's what happens with me. I've increased what I do. When I was talking about performance, I've increased my performance as my age has gained. So has my performance level. Now, so when I tell people to have fun, in other words, if they're playing golf, play more golf. You know, if you're playing tennis, play more tennis. Whatever it is you're doing, you do it more, or you look for something else. That's even better yet, if you can find something else to do. Now, I'm not real big on impact sports. So I mentioned tennis. Tennis is one of those things I'm not real big on, because you're moving and you're stopping and you're putting pressure on joints. And what happens when you're putting pressure on joints and you're not healthy, you're going to end up doing some cartilage damage. And then that's really where I've noticed the older people have problems, is once they have cartilage damage, and then that's when their lives change. They can't exercise, they can't go out and have fun, they can't do all this good stuff. You get cartilage damage in the knee, in the hip, this type of stuff. It stops you from walking, it stops you from doing a lot of stuff. That's why I don't like the impact sports. Now, I think it's funny, I talk about impact sports, and I do close quarters combat with weapons or without weapons. And so, but the thing is, I don't do it as a sport. That's right back to a difference. When you're doing it as a sport, you're competing, you're in my kind of field, you're having people throw you down, you're having people hit you, and all these things is what does damage. And so I do it on the other side. I'm doing the hitting, and I'm putting people down to the ground, so stuff like that. So I avoid all that kind of stuff. And most of what I do is mental. But I do go through the physical act, but and that's where Tai Chi, and Tai Chi is one of the really, really good ones, along with yoga. And these things, they're low impact, and like I say, they give you good flexibility, and it gives you the ability to do other things. You like bicycle riding, fishing, hunting, it doesn't make any difference. You've got to do that stuff to find out where your performance level is. And you do not allow your performance level to lower. In other words, I used to be able to shoot pool, 4 hours a day. Now I can only do it maybe 2 hours a day. Well, you're deteriorating, and you're not keeping your performance up, or changing other activities to keep the circulation going, keep the flexibility going. So these are all things that are telling you that you are having a vitamin and mineral deficiency. Okay, now the kind of vitamins. What I do is Hoi Chi. I can check people's body. I don't ask them what's wrong. I tell them what's wrong. Most people, what they know what's wrong with them is what the symptoms are. So then they say, well, my arm hurts. Okay, well, it depends on where your arm is hurting, and that's going to tell you a whole bunch of stuff. But the thing is, that is a symptom. It's a symptom of something. And so that's what I do with my Hoi Chi. I find that something. And then once you know what that something is, then you can direct your vitamins and minerals towards that something. And like I say, so what you know of your health is probably a symptom. And if you go to doctors, that's for sure, that doctors only work with symptoms. An example, cancer. Okay, cancer is a symptom. It's a symptom of a lot of things. You don't have enough activity, you don't have enough circulation, you don't have the vitamins, you don't have the minerals. There's a lot of stuff so in other words, because we all have cancer, but we all don't develop cancer into an illness. And so, and that applies to everything. We all basically have the same stuff. Now, some people get diseases and they're born with stuff, so there are exceptions, but I'm just talking about in general. Okay, one of the things that most everybody needs in the way of vitamins is vitamin C. I've made videos talking about that. Vitamin C thins the blood, and it doesn't thin the blood like medicine does, because when you take the medicine, it thins the blood and you get cut, and then it won't stop bleeding. Well, this you'll still stop bleeding, and so that's no big deal. But it thins the blood, so you have better circulation. And it's vitamin C is nothing but an acid. So what you're doing is putting like Drano in the drains, and you're cleaning the blood. You're breaking down the cells where the cells will be easier to the toxic cells will be easier to eliminate. The healthy cells will be easier for your body to consume. So, there's lots and lots of good things about vitamin C. You should take, I would say, just in general, 1,000 milligram per meal, 3 meals a day. I take 2,000, and if I get around sickly people, or if I'm working on many people, you know, if I go somewhere and I'm working on a lot of people, I do a lot of charitable work, and so if I'm working on a lot of people, same thing. I'll go up to 3,000 per meal, so that's 12,000 a day. And and vitamin C, when you take too much, your poop gets thinner, and thinner poop is a whole lot better than hard poop, and so that's something that most anybody should get. Now, like I say, I do I check the body with my Hoi Chi. I come up with thyroid. I have found more and more people are having thyroid problems, and that's kelp. But like I say, you need to be able to test it. I tell people to take iodine and put it on the inside of their arm, and then when you put it on the inside of your arm like that, if your body, like the next day, it's light pink, well, that means your body's really starving for iodine. So you need kelp. And if it stays red, well, then you really don't need it. But then, like I say, other than that, I can check it. The nerves comes right in there. That's the nerve center. When that shows up when I'm doing my Hoi Chi, that tells me you need B12. And a lot of this stuff you need to take, you know, even when we have a slight problem, because the thing is, you're getting a deficiency. It's getting deficient. So then we need to take the vitamins to raise it back up. And you should be doing colon cleanses. They don't need to be real dramatic. You can get little pills like vitamins, and you can take that. There's teas, herbal teas and stuff. Some of them are good for colon cleanses, liver cleanses. Let's see, gallbladder cleanses. The thing is, you need to keep this stuff clean and operating properly. When they're not operating properly, your system starts backing up with toxins. Once your system's backed up with toxins, it doesn't matter what kind of vitamins and minerals and stuff you're taking, your body cannot consume it because your body is toxic. And you'll notice that with your lymph glands. I check the lymph glands and see if your kidneys are doing their job. That's why you need to be drinking approximately 1.5 to 2 liters of water a day to keep the kidneys clean. And but we talked about that. But you know, if you got a twisted pelvis, it's not going to work anyway. But so there is maintenance you need to do to your body, and the best way to figure out when and what kind of maintenance is have fun. When you sit around, watch TV, and you're not active, you will start accumulating toxins, and your body will be deteriorating. And I've talked about it. 40 years old, there's usually some low back, or you'll notice something going on. And then around 50, it's the same thing, but it's worse. And then by then, normally people make a decision if they want to take medical means to try to get well. And if they choose medical, you will see by the time they get to 60, their body is really in bad shape. They keep lowering their standards on what they can do. So instead of raising it, instead of doing more with your life, they're doing less with their life. And usually by then is when they have cartilage damage. You know, and the cartilage damage, you'll notice it will be, it'll hurt, sore hips, sore knees. You'll have shoulder problems, restless sleep. Oh, there's all kinds of symptoms. But I say you do need to maintain the body. I hate to tell you how to do it. What I've learned is I don't like telling anybody anything. what I do when I'm working on you with Hoi Chi, I will tell you what your body is telling me, and you will believe me. And then now it's up to you to do something, and that is to research. And normally it'll be kidney, liver cleanses, colon cleanses, this type of stuff. And then you need to start on a regimen of vitamins, the type of vitamins that your body needs. And there's different kinds of vitamins. They've got better quality vitamins and worse quality of vitamins. I don't know. I don't promote any of them. Because I say a lot of the vitamins I take, I probably don't even need. I'm wasting a lot of it. I waste it in my urine, I waste it in my bowel movement. But it doesn't make any difference, because if I don't have it at all, then it's coming down. My health will be coming down. But anyway, I just wanted to have you a little something to think about when it comes to vitamins and minerals. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.